hello. You're through now to Eleanor Grace. I'm Eleanor and I'm here in London in the United Kingdom. And your connections through to the spirit world and how that works for you. So let me ask you the question then. Have you ever had any dreams, anything that seemed to be pretty sort of spooky at night time? Have you woken up at night and thought that there was somebody there with you, maybe just sitting on the bed, just looking at you, perhaps even feeling you, touching you? Sometimes this is what happens when spirit draws close to us. And for those of you who are in the UK, this month's issue, April's issue, which is out now of Soul and Spirit magazine, you can read all about my column and my article, which is called My Spirit Room and How to Get There. So we're going to talk a little bit about that here on the show today. And maybe you can practice some of these tips here for yourself. So the very first thing that you need to do if you want to get a little bit closer to spirit is to think about how you can open up your third eye chakra. This is here, right into the center here of your forehead. This is your mind's eye. And we use this muscle here, bring forward our own safety net of scenes and places that we can go to. So let's try and do that. Let's try and imagine my spirit room. So you need to, first of all, make some practice sessions with maybe a candle flame or a little glimpse of light, some daylight, sunlight, moonlight, any light. But a candle flame is really good for this exercise. And it is to open up your third eye. So just look into a candle flame, close your eyes, open your eyes, look at it again, close your eyes, open your eyes, look at it again, close your eyes, open your eyes, and eventually you will see, when you've got your eyes closed, that lovely light in the center of your mind's eye here. When you close your eyes ordinarily, it goes dark, doesn't it? That's when we go to sleep. But when we're doing this particular visualization, it's going to stay light so that we can see all sorts of things. So let's practice that. And once you have practiced that and you've got this lovely light in your mind's eye, that's when we can start to enter the spirit room. So you can imagine, for example, that you're sitting on a bench and you're looking out to sea, and it's a lovely, lovely sunny day, and you can see yourself sitting there on your bench looking out to sea, looking at the beautiful blue sky and the very flat, calm sea. And you can see it. You can see the horizon. You can see everything that's around you. But remember, this is your space. This is where you are on your own. And you're feeling great, you're feeling really wonderful when you go through this visualization. And the next thing here is to ask for spirit to come forward. They want to come and join you. So you're asking for spirit to come to you rather than you going to them. And this is part of a process that you could use to become more spiritually aware. If you're psychic or a medium or clairvoyant and you've practiced for a long time, then what we tend to do is go to where spirit is. And that's the medium element, spirit world here, earth plane here, and of course the medium is in the middle, isn't it? So that's where we meet spirit. But for this purpose, and for you to start to begin this area of creating a spirit room, for you to talk to spirit, you need them to come to you. And they will do, especially if you're practicing a lot. So you can say quietly, who would like to come to visit me? And of course, you'll be thinking about a particular person, or perhaps an ancestor, maybe a grandparent, brother, sister, or a good friend, or perhaps your guide that you want to meet, who is with you and walking along with you in this lifetime. And that's something very, very special that you can look at. So angels can be brought here, or angel spirit, those guiding lights that are with us all in our soul journey, if you look at a soul journey. So do that and see what happens. So just ask for somebody to come and sit by you. Let's have a look at how that happens. And I'm going to ask for, well, let's see, let's ask for Arthur. Arthur, I want to come and sit next to me. So just close your eyes and again, practice that candle flame in your mind's eye. Practice going to your own spirit room. It doesn't have to be a bench looking out to sea. It can be a lovely comfy sofa in your penthouse flat somewhere that you would like to live in, or it could be in the middle of the forest in a log cabin that you feel quite safe in, or it could be in a car. It could be in your car, perfect space that is yours and it's surrounding you. You want somebody to come and sit by you and talk to you. So perhaps somebody that you have missed. In many, many readings that I've done, very often the spirit of a loved one will come and sit next to us and drive with us in our car. And they're there. I've seen them. I've communicated to the enquirer about who is there. And it's so exciting. So you can imagine your spirit room. So let's take that a little bit further, shall we? So we've got our lovely space and we're sitting there. I've asked Arthur to come and sit by me. So he's going to come and sit this side by me. And what do you expect then? What would happen next, do you think? Do you think that you would see him as a person, as somebody that maybe your brother or sister, a human being? No, that's not what to expect. You won't see a human being, but you will feel a sense of that person, a sense of who is there, who he is. And if you're quiet and you look as to where he should be sitting, then he will communicate to you or she will communicate to you. And so we want to know what Arthur's got to say. And he wants to say how wonderful it is to be here and how wonderful it is to share this time with you and to let you know as well that we're not just here in a physical form, we're also in another form, maybe at the same time, who knows. We are working in dimensions where we're together and we're following a journey together. So that's really important. Remember to open up your third eye, use the candle flame, make this visualization here really powerful. Go to a space that you've created, sit there, practice this lots and lots and lots. Ask for somebody to come and sit next to you. And don't expect to physically see them, just sense that they're there. And listen and look. Look for signals and signposts. You can look for universal images. Maybe you're going to see some birds in the sky. They're the messengers from spirit. So that's a lovely omen to see. Maybe you can see some footprints in the sand. Maybe there's initials written in the sand on the beach. Perhaps the water is very flat and still. Perhaps it's very turbulent and we've got lots of waves that are coming through from the water. And if that's the case, then you will always, always know that the water will display the emotions that are going to come into your life as well. So if you've got turbulent waves ahead, then you're in for a few rocky moments. If it's nice and flat and calm and still, then, yep, we can all go sailing. And that would be rather wonderful, wouldn't it? So look for the signals that are surrounding you, as well as trying very, very hard to connect now to the person that you want to speak to in your spirit room. Remember as well, the following day, to follow up with perhaps repeating that visualization in your mind's eye just before you go to sleep. That's a really, really good way of connecting to spirit as well. So I'm now going to show you the crystal ball. This is always a very powerful tool to use. And the crystal, if you've got one, will also give you a very competent means of being able to heighten your psychic energy, heighten your expectations as well, from where you are going, from where you are sitting, and how you can really, I think, just expose exactly how you are proposing here to move your own spirit connections forward. So the crystal, let's look into the center of the crystal, and you can do this as well and take it right up to the camera there. So if you look into the center of a crystal ball, you may see all sorts of things. You could see mountains or pyramids or forests, flat spaces, oceans, houses, people, symbols such as hearts or diamonds, or perhaps even numbers as well. And I'm looking here, and I do feel that there's a very strong initial of E here. So all of you out there with the initial of E, there is who are watching at the moment, there's some very good omens for you. And be very careful as well for next week, when we've got big changes astrologically. They're going to affect all of us. But for now, I think there's one special person that would be very, very lucky with this initial. And I feel that this is going out to birds, but somebody is going to be propaganda and very, very much into global world news, initial of E. So watch out for that. And I feel that that's going to be over the next week. Sparkles are here. Sparkles are all around. So we are looking at how we can illuminate the future with using a crystal ball. And in order to use the crystal ball properly, you have really got to concentrate onto the center of the crystal. You need to look through the crystal ball rather than outside of it. Don't expect to see things. You sort of look right the way through, and then on the opposite side of the crystal sphere, you will have images appear, and you will look towards a future pathway. That's going to be something very special that you can do. And you will look at the sky, the sea, everything that's earthly that you can see in the crystal is a symbol of what is to come in your life. So this one is the quartz crystal with the citrine in it, and very powerful, and really gives a sense of healing as well, because you can see some aquamarine there, and you can also see guiding lights that are coming in. Now, I've talked a little bit about angels, so I'm just going to show you some angel cards as well that we use in readings. And it's nice to have a couple of oracle cards. This is one of them. This is the angel card, which brings in the qualities of, yes, some positivity. This is what you can do. This is what you can see. And we've also got this lovely image here of big happy changes, which again shows this lovely angel and a sense of dimension that we have around the angels too. So it's surprising what you can achieve with just a little bit of practice here, looking straight ahead into your crystal room. Maybe you'd want to make it a crystal room. That would be rather nice. Here we go. Just going to get my other crystal ball. I've got lots of them here. But it's really rather nice to show you, some of the different crystals that operate and some of the crystals that are really working for you. I'll just get this one moving. Now, I also want to show you as well. There we are. That's the lovely amethyst crystal. That's beautiful lilac shade. And the lilac and the wonderful amethyst is abundant in healing properties and brings in a sense of protection as well, which is all around us. And the protection that we need to feel is really important as we're going through. We don't want to be, really given a hard time psychically, or, really get those thunderous sort of feelings of anxiety and stress. So this is a great way of just meditating for a few minutes on a piece of amethyst. And if you've got any amethyst tumble stones, then carry them with you as well, because they're really, really good in a pocket, sort of maybe on a shirt or a blouse, somewhere close to your heart is what the method is to use amethyst properly. But this will bring in harmony and also a sense of balance. And sometimes we need that, don't we? We're working hard, we've got a home to run, and we're worried about all sorts of different things. Well, this brings in harmony and fun and laughter, and bringing in some surprises, and the sun is shining and we're going to be feeling great about ourselves. So the amethyst crystal, a very, very powerful crystal indeed, one that is very worthwhile to have and to hold closely to you. Now, for those of you who follow me, and a lot of you do, and thank you for that, you can also follow me on Eleanor Evenings, which is my Instagram handle, and also my Facebook page, which if you're in the UK and Northern Ireland, you will see all of the events that I will be attending, all the events that I organise here in the UK, our psychic nights and our holistic events. And one of the services that I've extended out to the US by popular demand, I will say, is my email reading, psychic email reading, which you will be able to order online. It's at gracedestiny.com/psychic-readings/ So just go to the website. You'll see it on the Psychic Store. You'll see it also in the Psychic Readings. Now, in my email reading, they're done by me or by one of my handpicked team. I've got a team of professionals that work with me here in London. And what we are doing is showing you the cards that we've used and the crystal that we've used as well during your reading. We're answering 2 questions very in depth and sending those to you within 48 hours, excluding weekends and bank holidays, for you to keep, so you can look at those predictions from this month and say, well, okay, let's see what's going to happen in the next few months or the next year even. And I've specially set up a page so that you can pay in dollars as well from the US. It's $25 for an in-depth 2-question psychic email reading, hand delivered by me. I will do a lot of the readings. I really love them. I like to select the cards for you, select the crystal ball for you, and show you, exactly what you need to do. So they're very detailed, and also give you that sort of sparkle of inspiration for you to be able to maybe jump forward to the next stage in your life. Maybe you'd want to have a full in-depth Skype reading. You can do that with me as well. Or perhaps look at some of the other services on my website. Whichever way you want to go, it's really important now to expand your own psychic senses and start to use them. Use that intuitive power that you have. Maybe try a visualization. Look for my article in Soul and Spirit magazine. It's on sale now in the UK. But you as well. You can read all about how to get to your spirit reading. There are specific instructions in there, so that's really quite nice to do. And I hope that you'll come back and join me again here next week, where we'll have some live readings as well as new content, and we can talk about some new different aspects now that are coming up for Mother's Day. So we have got to think about our mums and how great they are, and how we might miss them or really appreciate them. And perhaps it is your mum that you want to make contact with. Maybe she's passed over, or a grandmother. And perhaps by creating your own spirit room, you can start to practice to invite her there. And then she can come and meet you in your dreams, maybe whisper a few words. Or if that's proving a little testing, then try a medium. You can get through to myself or one of the other great mediums on A1R radio, psychic radio, Moonstruck TV. And we're here so that you can feel as though you've got the rightful place in the world, in your life, and so that you can benefit and thrive. That's what we want you to do. So thank you for joining me today, and it's been wonderful to share with you some of the secrets about how to connect to psychic mediums and how to connect to your own psychic room. Your spirit room awaits you. So I've been Eleanor Grace, and it's been great to share with you some of those tips and tricks about psychic destiny. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.